Hello, Year 3. It's Mr. Banwell here. It is Wednesday, the 6th of January, and this is my first ever Zoomed English lesson. So I'm going to be taking you through the next 10-15 minutes about today's English activity and sharing with you what I'd like you to do. Mrs. Barnes and Mrs. Dyer are going to be delivering the maths, and I'm going to do my best with this. Really strange not having anyone to answer questions to or ask questions to. So bear with me because just haven't got, it's not the same, which makes me a bit sad really, but we're going to do our best. So I'm just going to try now and share my screen with you so you can see what our date and Walt is for today. Hopefully you can see that now. I'm just going to move me out the way up there. So as you can see, it is exactly the same as if we were in school and if you came into a lesson. You can see that today's date is there and today's Walt. Can you please make sure that you have got your home learning book is in front of you and you have something to write with, a pen or a pencil. I suggest that you pause the video now if you need to go and grab that. If you have got that, you can, or once you've got that, you can start by writing the date and the Walt in your in the first page of your book using dum-tums. Imagine that you were writing in school, so make sure you've written the date clearly in your best handwriting, you've underlined it, you've missed a line, then the title, you've underlined that so that you're ready to start. Once you have done that, you can pause the video and look at what I'd like you to do for today. So I want you to have a think about something memorable that happened over the Christmas holidays. And also, I'm more intrigued, why did you pick this over everything else? I'm sure there were loads of amazing things that happened over the Easter holidays, and I'd love for you to tell me really. So once you've done that, get ready to start and we'll move on. Again, feel free to pause the video if and when you need to. Okay, so as our Walt suggests, we are going to write a recount of our Christmas holidays. So, first question, what is a recount? Again, pause the video if you need to have a think. A recount is a piece of writing to retell events and describe things that have happened. Now, over Christmas, it is obviously a very exciting time of year, even in a year such as this, where we've had so much time indoors and perhaps not a usual Christmas. But I can guarantee that all of you have had something that went well for you over the Christmas holidays. So I'd love you to perhaps focus on that and have a really good think about what it is that happens. It might be that several things have happened over the Easter holidays, and I'd like you to sort of just think back and try and put them in order. Which one happened first? Okay. So I did my own recount when I was preparing this lesson, and I really struggled because so much happened that it all seemed to blend into one. So I thought back, what would be an easy way to remember what we did over the Christmas holidays? And what I thought about was last term and how we put events in order. Can anyone have a think about a simple way we ordered events in the Stone Age? Hopefully, you're starting to say the word a timeline. Now, I'm going to share with you my timeline for my Christmas holidays. So as you can see down here in the bottom corner, I put a picture in here. This is the day we broke up. It was Friday the 18th of December, and we broke up at lunchtime. And I know lots of you went out the door very excited for the Christmas holidays, including myself. And I went straight away. I went home and got all the heating on, got all the Christmas decorations down, and started making my house look very, very festive. Then I thought to myself, well, what else happens in these holidays? We weren't allowed to go out and do the usual things, but I did manage to go and do some Christmas shopping. I'm usually one to leave it till very late, but this time I was fairly organised, and I went and bought lots of presents, nice little presents for my family and friends, and lots of it I did online, which was a bit different to usual, but I made sure I was organised. Before Christmas, I like to get outside in the countryside, and I managed to do loads of walks with, again, my family, and we walked up to Cleve Hill. We went to my wife's parents, who live in the rural parts of Worcestershire, and that was really, really nice. So that was definitely a memorable thing for me. This picture here is a Christmas Day scene, and I know that I had a great day. We opened presents with my nephews on Christmas Eve, and then we had a really special morning with just my family, and then a massive lunch where I ate far too much, and ended then with me sitting on the sofa for the rest of the day, feeling sorry for myself. So that was Christmas Day, a brilliant time had by all. Very different after Christmas Day, because we went into restrictions started getting tighter. However, I did manage to enjoy the snow, which was quite unusual. Usually last year we got snow in February, but I managed to get up Cleve Hill again, and built a little snowman. And the last thing before we came back to work today, we celebrated the New Year. I was in bed for 9 o'clock, so I didn't actually see the New Year, but it was definitely a memorable year, for good and bad reasons. But this is my timeline that I put together. What I'd like you to do now, because this took me quite a while to think about what it is that I did, I'd like you to pause the video now, just after I tell you what to do. And I'd like you to do your first job in your book, which is to draw me a timeline and add maybe 4 or 5 pictures to a timeline. And I'd like you to do it in chronological order. Chronological, we did touch on this word last term. Chronological means the order in which events happen. So for example, the first thing that happens in the Christmas holidays was the fact that we broke up, we left school. Okay, and then these are the things: I went shopping, I went for walks, then it was Christmas, then I played in the snow, then it became the New Year. My last picture here, I suppose, I could have included me going back to work, okay, and that would have been my Christmas holidays. So chronological suggests in which order things happened. So if you can make sure that you get it in the right order, that would make your recount a lot easier. So pause the video and have a go at doing that now. Okay, so hopefully now you've got your timeline and you've got some ideas that we can now write a recount. So if we're thinking about how we can start writing a recount, how can we start your first paragraph? Have a think about what we could do that could really tell the reader what happened over your holidays. This is my example. You are more than welcome to use it, but if you can come up with your own, even better. Okay, I'm going to start with my first picture of the on my timeline, which was the picture of us breaking up for the school holidays. And here's my sentence here. So I've actually used the date. On Friday, the 18th of January, I left school at 1:30 p.m. to begin the Christmas holidays. That afternoon, I went home, and then you can carry on, okay? This is a really, really easy piece of writing to allow us to write in clear paragraphs. Because if I go back a slide here, each one of these pictures allows me to write a new paragraph. Please remember that a paragraph, okay, needs to be a collection of sentences, okay, and in between each paragraph, you need to miss a line so it's nice and clear. Okay, I have on the last page of my slides today given you some steps to success, okay, and some terminology, some words that you can use as sentence starters to allow you to write a really good recount. So what we're looking for chronological order. So I want you to start with the first thing that happened to you over in the Christmas holidays. Okay, sequential words. Sequential words means words that allow us to order things. Okay, so for example, first, next, then. Okay, so use sequential words. We just discussed writing in paragraphs. Really simple thing to do. Use detailed and technical vocabulary. Now, lots of you will want to tell me about presents that you got for Christmas. I want you to imagine I know absolutely nothing about toys. And if I'm being brutally honest, I don't. So if there's something that's really technical about a toy, okay, there's something you think Mr. Bamwell's got no chance of getting this, then please, please, please make sure you describe it in detail, okay, because I want to make sure I understand it. And finally, I want you to really go into depth about what happened during the activity. So how did you feel when you were opening presents, perhaps? Maybe how did you feel when you were giving presents to other people? Think about, like I did, how I felt after I ate my Christmas dinner. Okay, there's lots of information that you can give the reader that can really clearly tell us how you got on over the holidays. I'm going to absolutely love reading some of these. Okay, please use your best handwriting. And if you do get a chance, please send it in. And I'll be really, really pleased to mark it and have a look at it. Okay. Thanks very much. I hope that's okay. And I will hopefully catch up and message you later on Class Dojo. Thanks then. Bye.